So in the last couple of vlogs, I've actually been looking at stats from some of the channels that, let's put it this way, the debunkers like to look at for evidence of fakery, okay, in my opinion. And what I thought I'd do is I'd look at some of the big channels and break down the statistics in terms of how many subscribers they've got and how many views they've been getting for the last 8 videos. So I've taken 10 channels and I'm going to look at them in reverse order as to how these numbers actually work and who's actually getting the views in comparison to how many subscribers they've got. So coming in at number 10, we have The Fam. So The Fam has 601,000 subscribers. That's a healthy amount of subscribers. Any YouTube channel would be happy to have over 500,000 subscribers. But how's he doing with his views? Well, let's have a look at the last 8 videos, and I'll be doing this for all of the channels. And keep in mind with this, he's got Omar in a few of them. Okay, he's not on his own. That's important later. So for somebody with 601,000 subscribers, we've got 14,000 views, 33,000 views. This averages out over the 8 videos at 36,000 views. That's for a channel with well over 500,000 subscribers. That's not a good statistic, and that breaks down to 6% of people watching the video compared to the number of subscribers he's got. Now, there is a term that you may or may not know, and it's called dead subs, and everybody has them. And basically what it means is somebody's subscribed to a channel but just don't bother to watch it anymore, but haven't unsubscribed. I know if I look down my list of YouTube channels that I've subscribed to, troll right down to the bottom, I've forgotten I've subscribed to them. I don't always unsubscribe. I actually don't like unsubscribing this. I have to. So most people who watch YouTube will have channels that they just don't watch anymore, that they've forgotten about, and may even miss coming up on the feed. Occasionally a channel will come up on my feed and I've forgotten I've unsubscribed to them in the first place, and I've forgotten that I've subscribed to them in the first place. So I'm actually ignoring in this the fact that views will also come in from people who aren't subscribed. I'm literally comparing the number of views to the number of subs. So James is sitting at 6% of his viewers. So coming in at number 9, and I chose 10 of the biggest channels that we have for the more questionable ghost hunters. This person is at number 9, and that's Omar Gosh. Now, Omar has 4.44 million subscribers. Okay? And if I pull up the last 8 videos, for a start, it's not all investigation, because we know that he's branching out into aliens and etc. But here are the stats. So 101,000, 158,000, 60,000. He had one in here. The cell phone outage was a warning. On the bottom line, 1.3 million views. So bear in mind he's got that 1.3 million to up his stats slightly for the last 8 videos. Now with Omar, that means he's averaging, with the help of that cell phone video, and I think that's important, that is important to remember, he's averaging 315,000 views a video. But bear in mind, one of them's 60. So his views are all over the place. Okay. And when you break down the last 8 videos and look at the percentage of views against the percentage of subscribers, you are looking at 7%. Which is probably why he's bleating about it, which is no doubt why he's bleating about it. 7% for anybody, whether you've got 10 subscribers or 10 million subscribers, 7% is very low. I would say the average for a lot of channels would be between 30 and 50% once you get going. Not everybody watches everything. And like I said, you've got to bear in mind that not everybody watching is going to be subscribed. With those alien videos, I would actually guess that that is the case. They're watching the video because it's aliens but aren't necessarily subscribing to him. So 7% of, when you've got 4.44 million viewers, you need to be thinking about why those views are so low. I'm sorry, but you do. I would be mortified as well, to be honest. So number 9, oh my gosh. At number 8 we have Mackie and Amanda. Now Mackie and Amanda have 529,000 subscribers, so over 500,000 subscribers. Good healthy number of subscribers, which again everybody would be happy to have. Let's look at the views for the last 8 videos. So ranging from 25,000 to the highest being 90,000. Again, a bit all over the place in terms of number of views. There's not a consistent amount of views coming in here. And the average of those views over the last 8 videos is 56,000. And yes, a lot of channels would be I'd love to have 56,000 views, it'd be amazing. But you're looking at a channel with over 500,000 subs. So Mackie and Amanda, their score is 11% of their subscribers in comparison to the number of views that they have. Coming in at number 7, we have Really Haunted. I think the lowest number of subs on this list, but I thought it was important to include him. He's always being hit by the debunkers, quite rightly, in my opinion. And Lee is, for the type of channel he's doing, is doing pretty well in terms of his subscribers. But let's look at his statistics. His views for the last 8 videos, and Lee does upload quite a bit, so this is only 3 weeks worth of videos. It's fairly consistent actually with Lee. I actually suspect with Lee, because he does stay out of the drama. He doesn't lower himself to have anything to do with the debunking community. Honestly, I think that's a wise tactic, and I think more people should do that. But anyway, he's 27, 29, 30, 31, 32. He's fairly consistent. I think what Lee has, to be fair to him, is he has a fairly loyal fan base. And I suspect a lot of those views are from him, from his subscribers. So although his percentage comes out at 12%, it's the most consistent one so far in terms of numbers, and he is uploading a lot, and this is why Lee's doing so well. So you're only looking at 12% of your viewers, sorry, of your subscribers, but the consistency is there, and he's still going strong. What can I say? Now the next few are fairly consistent in they're all around the same percentages. So we have a little cluster of those that are around the 30% mark. And coming in at number 6, this is an interesting one. This is Yasko. And before I start, Yasko on his last video did put a disclaimer in that it's to be enjoyed for entertainment purposes. So it doesn't seem to have affected him this time. It'd be interesting to see whether. I don't think it will affect him. I've always had that argument with some of these channels. Just admit that it's for entertainment purposes. You're not going to lose subscribers, or not many. But he has put this up, so I think it's important to give him some credit for that. Now, Yasko has over 500,000 subscribers, 557,000. So again, healthy number. This is quite a consistent number from some of these channels. And he always goes over, for the last 8 videos, 100,000. He's sometimes going over 200,000. Now, averaged out between those 8 videos, he's getting 177,000 views on each video. That's pretty healthy. In terms of comparison to the amount of subscriptions he's got, that works out at 31%. And again, I would say YouTube does like a 50% turnover, but I would say realistically a lot of channels look between 30 and 50% depending on which video they come out. So Yasko's not doing badly. He's not taking over the world, but he's being consistent, and it's interesting. It is interesting. I mean, it's not a channel I watch, it's not a channel I support, but it is interesting that he has put that disclaimer up this time. So time will tell what happens with Yasko. But Yasko's at number 6 with 31%. So coming in at number 5, we have Mindseed TV. They have 1.77 million subscribers. But this is interesting, isn't it, with the last 8 videos? This is pretty much reaction videos. This isn't investigating. And again, we've got variation in the number of people watching, from 207,000 to highest one, 1.4 million. And again, it's the aliens. There has been, that was 3 months ago, by the way, there was a surge in anybody covering the aliens in Miami, you know, the ones that went shopping. There was a surge in views that anybody that covered that. So Mindseed are averaging 572,000 views a video right now, but again, it's not their usual content, and that puts them at 32% of their subscribers amount. Again, within the realms of doing okay, but the content's changed. I don't think it's made a huge amount of difference to their views, so they've got away with changing the content. And this has always been my point as well. If channels are that popular, they can change up what they're doing. They can stop doing the more questionable stuff and just be honest about things. I've always said that Mindseed would get away of doing what Tim Mozarov does and just saying, look, this is for entertainment purposes only, we're just going to make scary videos. They'd still have the subs. Coming in at number 4, we have Overnight. Overnight have 1.81 million subscribers. Very popular channel. And one of the channels that has the most clickbaity thumbnails, to the point where I'm almost impressed. And average around 500,000 views for each video. They are very popular. They do have a fan base. Their percentage is also 32% of views to subscribers, and again, that's fine. They are very consistent, which is why I've put them above Mindseed at number 5, even though Mindseed had the same percentage, because they've changed their content, whereas Overnight just keep going and keep going. They're like a steam train. They're just not going to stop. And why should they? They're doing okay. Pretty healthy. Coming in at number 4, it's what it is. At number 3, there he is. We have CJ Faison. Over 500,000 subscribers. The views for the last 8 videos go between 110,000 and 308,000. And that's over a period of 2 months. So CJ is racking up 34% of his subscriber count in views. Again, nothing disastrous about that, but it's still only 34% when you've got that many subscribers. But he's another one. He's like Overnight. He's just going to keep going. Now, I don't think it's rocket science as to who number 2 and number 1 are, but I'm going to say it anyway. So coming in at number 2, ironically, we have Twin Paranormal. Twin Paranormal are closing in on 1 million subscribers, and that's great. They're not a channel I hit as hard as others, because I did used to watch them. I don't watch them anymore, but whatever you think about the way that they do things now, and I don't particularly like it, but I think can't argue they've worked hard to get there. So 939 million, they wish, 939,000 subscribers. These views are averaging at over 500,000 per video. That's really good, and that's really consistent. It's not a huge surprise. The top two channels that are in this list, they've got the huge fan base, and they've got probably the youngest fan base average of a lot of these channels. So they're going to be loyal, and they're going to be consistent, and they're going to watch everything that comes out from these two channels. So Twin Paranormal averaging in at 519,000 per video, so over 500,000 per video, and that averages out at 55% of the fan base. And most of those videos, I am guessing, I can't look at their analytics, but I would guess that they have a very high subscriber count that are actually watching. It's not they're not a channel that are going to be looking at their subscriber count and say a lot of the people watching aren't subscribed. They do have a loyal fan base, so they are at number 2. Like I say, not a huge surprise, but there you go, Twin Paranormal number 2. So again, not rocket science really as to who the number 1 spot goes to, and that's Sam and Colby. Sam and Colby have 12.2 million subscribers. Now, I have always argued with Sam and Colby it wouldn't matter what their YouTube channel was. If for any reason they got completely caught out and they had to stop doing paranormal investigations, they could do a cooking channel. They could do anything, and they would still have a healthy fan base, because of their image, because of the way, because of their personalities. They are the strongest of all the channels in terms of that. Now, Sam and Colby's views compared to the number of subscribers they've got are outstanding, and any YouTube channel would be delighted to have these sorts of figures. They have over 12 million subscribers, and their viewing figures are very close to that. They average 11.9 million views on those last 8 videos. That is a lot of people subscribed are watching them consistently, and I know people who have kids, especially teenagers, that always watch Sam and Colby. They came here, it was last year when they did Chillingham Castle, because I live near Chillingham, and Bessie's daughter bumped into them in Starbucks, and I've actually seen the photograph. She's in tears. She's so happy that she's met them. So Sam and Colby really are up and above everybody else, and that is, of all of these channels, that is the channel that's not going away. Unless something really heinous happens, that is the channel that's not going away. Even if they switch their content, they're not going away. So their percentage for views to subscribers is a whopping 97.5%. So undisputed winners of this. Not the biggest surprise, but that is the channel if you want to look at stats and how to actually get people to watch. I'm sorry, and I know that some people sort of moan about this, but you don't have to copy the fakers or the sus channels in the way they do their videos, but look at the way they do the marketing and look at the way they do their presenting, because they know how to get it right. They understand about PR. So just to summarise, the way I've broken it down is I've looked at the number of subscribers, I've taken the last 8 videos, averaged out their views, and then I've done a percentage of that to subscribers to see how well they're doing. And as I said, 30 to 50%. YouTube do like to see 50%, but I would say realistically, over a lot of videos, 30 to 50% averaging is fine. You know, you're not in the worry area if you're getting that on your views. So thank you for watching. The next vlog I put out today, I actually want to call out some small channels, some who are just getting started, that don't always get a mention in our community, and that I want to recommend for people to go over and have a look at. So hopefully I'll see you then.